Okay, let's play one or two games today. So, jpassos. Shall I pretend to play solidly and just go crazy later? Play the Slav. So, this is very popular at the moment, this Slav. It's very solid. In fact, there's an interesting idea of A6 and B5. I think I might try that. If C5, black can sometimes strike with E5, so I'll try this A6 and B5 stuff. Right, so isn't mind taking on C4 or playing B4? I wonder if I can keep that tension there going. Maybe just rook E8. Just if C5, then this rook would be useful for E5. So how long will the opponent stand this tension on C4? Okay, a bit longer, apparently. So the knight can go to G6, which might support E5 as well from there. This C6 might be a target though. So something like knight E5. Could I tempt the opponent to play C5 or play bishop B7, I wonder? Okay, C takes here. I'll play bishop B7. Right, I want to cover C6 anyway. Now here, bishop A3 is a bit tempting. If the rook moves, then bishop B4. Actually, I might give that a go, actually. Bishop A3. An annoying move, tactically. But this pin's annoying, or do I allow that to happen? Just move my queen. I'm sacking the exchange. Okay. I'll take maybe, or do I take on B5? Shall I just? I think that pawn is dangerous. But on the other hand, bishop takes B5, rook E7. The rook can come to C7, so I think that's the selling point. If I can get my rook to C7, then I can pin that knight. Double pawns there are not that harmful. So it's usually me the exchange down, the exchange up here for a pawn. So time to panic. Okay, so the white's got a nice position though. Rook C7 looks plausible. Although knight C5. Yeah, knight C5. Might start freshening stuff. I'm trying to chase this bishop. If I play, I don't know, G5 and knight E4, I might give that a go, even though I'm weakening my king. Hope I don't regret it soon. I might just take on G3 actually, because this knight's going to be moved and unleash an attack on the rook. So maybe knight takes G3 next. King's a bit loosened. Can he exploit this situation? Okay, I'll take on G3. I can try and get an iron grip on E4 by playing F5. But then knight C5, maybe I can take on C5, just counter, sack the exchange, and queen A5, something like that. I think I'll go for that actually. So knight C5 I don't like the look of. No, he's on this square, F5 now. Of course. So queen F6, is that plausible here? I'll give that a go, queen F6. So this knight's quite good actually on E5. Okay, so it's good. My queen can go over here now. Knight G6 maybe, if he's not careful. Knight G6 here. I don't want to lose F5 particularly. So bishop C8 for the moment. But there's no knight B6, queen B6. There's knight C5. There's rook c5 here. I think that wins 2 knights with the rook. The knights were getting a bit dangerous on these dark squares. That's he was resigned here, so that was a fortunate tactic to have. So Slav defense with this. I've seen this before. This a6 and b5. I think it's provocation for white to play c5, and then if you can counter attack with e5 later. So he didn't move the rook, strangely. So, well, if he moves to c2, then I don't know what I'm doing with the bishop there. If he moved it elsewhere, then bishop b4, that might be annoying. So sacking the exchange was interesting, and not really sure where white's compensation is if knight c5 is not possible. If I'm just going to play something like knight g6 next, I might try and challenge this knight. So maybe I'm better here. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.